Good morning, preschool friends. How are you doing this morning, Grace and Kayla and Declan? Are you waiting for the snowstorm to come? And Aria, Micah, did you have a good birthday? Today is Yellow Day, and I discovered I don't have any yellow shirts in my closet. So I have a yellow bow for you today, a golden bow. That's all I could find that was yellow. Do you have something on that's yellow today? Well, before we get to yellow, I want to remind you to tell your moms and dads that you want to go on a scavenger hunt on Sunday night. We're having a Christmas scavenger hunt, and you should have gotten this postcard in the mail. It's fun to get mail, isn't it? So get in the car on Sunday, late afternoon, and you're going to get to drive to Teacher Ann's house and Teacher Mike and Paula's and Jill's and Nina, and you'll get to come see Pastor Bud and me and Seal at the church and maybe some other teachers and helpers. And you're going to get some things that you can go home and make an ornament for your tree, and you'll get some other goodies. And you're also going to get a really nice Christmas book that you will be able to read with us on Christmas Eve. So I hope that you come on Sunday. Make sure, because we would like to see you. So today is Yellow Day, and I have a game for us. I'm going to sing a song about something that's yellow, and I'm going to stop and leave a blank and see if you know what yellow thing goes in that space. Are you ready? Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little. What is it, Allie? Do you know what twinkles and is yellow and is up in the sky? Did you guess a star? Yes, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Here's our next one. The wheels on the bus. Oops! I made a mistake. The wheels on the go round and round. Yes, you got that one, didn't you? The wheels on the bus, because I told you. School buses are yellow. And this one is a little harder. Down to the water they would go. Wiggle, woggle, to and fro. But the one little with the feather on his back. Do you know what swims in the water and is yellow and goes quack, quack? Did you guess a duck? I hope you did read. Well, those are 3 songs. I can't think of any more. But today, our yellow thing for our Bible story is a lion. In fact, a whole bunch of lions. So let's find out about a man named Daniel and some mean men, some hungry lions, and a king who didn't do the smartest thing in the world. So here we have Daniel. Daniel, he was a good man. He loved God and he obeyed him. And Daniel worked for the king. The king thought that Daniel was a very good worker. The king liked Daniel very much. But this king, he did not know the one and only true God. And so the king did a very foolish thing. He made a new rule. Now, we know that rules are usually good and we should follow them. But only God always makes good rules. And this king, he did not make a very good rule. The new rule would be that for 30 days, the people should pray to nobody but the king, not to God, but to the king. Do you think the king can answer everyone's prayers? Now you know that rules have consequences or punishments if you don't follow them. And the king's punishment if you didn't pray to him for 30 days would be that you would be thrown into a den of lions. Hungry lions. That wouldn't turn out very good, would it? Well, every day, Daniel, who followed God, he prayed to our God, not to the king. Now, what would he do since the king made this new rule? Did he have to follow the rule? What would happen to him? He didn't want to be thrown to the hungry lions, but he knew it wasn't right to pray to the king. It took a lot of courage, but Daniel decided that he would trust God, and he continued to pray to God even though the king had made this new rule. So here's a picture of our friend Daniel praying to God and not to the king. Now you notice that there's somebody who's watching Daniel. That's one of the mean men. The mean man was just waiting for Daniel to break the king's rule. And when he did, he went running off to the king and he said, "Your servant Daniel is praying to his God and not to you." Well, that's when the king realized that he had made a very foolish rule. He loved Daniel, but he knew that his rule could not be broken. So the king ordered Daniel to be thrown to the lions. Roar! And when the king threw Daniel into the lion's den, he said, "May your God, whom you serve so loyally, rescue you from the lions." Do you think God can save Daniel from hungry lions? Well, that night, the king, he couldn't sleep at all. And he was up early the next morning, and he ran over to the lion's den, and he ordered his guards to open up. See our picture? The king opened up the pit and he yelled down, "Daniel, was your God able to save you?" And then he listened very, very carefully. And do you know what that king heard? Did he hear a lion go, "Roar," and smack his lips? Nope. The king heard Daniel say, "Yes, king, my God sent his angel in the night to shut the mouths of the lions so that they did not hurt me." How wonderful! Our God, not the king, was able to save Daniel from the lions. What a great God we have! Daniel may have been afraid, but he learned that he could trust God, even in a den full of hungry, yellow lions. So if Daniel trusted God in a den of lions, don't you think that we can trust him too today with whatever might happen and comes our way? I hope you do. Well, we're going to do our color poem before we finish. And we have, a new color. Yellow. There we go. So yellow is a color that's really bright. But let's start at the beginning. Does God have a favorite color? I would like to know. I think God's favorite would be red, like the apples in my tree. But my friend thinks it's blue, like the skies and the sea. Can you say it with me? Do you think God's favorite color would be brown, like my eyes? Or maybe it is, what's next? orange, like the pumpkins for the pies. Or maybe it is purple, like the grapes I like to eat. Or maybe it is green, like the grass beneath my feet. Here comes the new part. Daddy says it could be yellow, a color that's really bright. Well, maybe you can go on a little scavenger hunt today and look for some yellow things. Maybe you can play in the snow. I hope you have a good day. I hope I get to see you on Sunday for the scavenger hunt in your car. And until next week, bye-bye.